Hello students, today we will study History chapter 7 of class 12 and Imperial capital Vijayanagara, 14th to 16th century. Vijayanagara or City of Victory was the name of both a city and an empire. The empire was founded in the 14th century. Although it fell into ruin in the 17th and 18th century, it lived on in the memories of people living in the Krishna Tungabhadra river. They remembered it as Hampi, a name derived from that of local mother goddess Pampa Devi. According to tradition and epigraphic evidence, two brothers Harihar and Bukka founded Vijayanagara Empire in 1336. This empire included within its fluctuating frontiers people who spoke different languages and followed different religious traditions. In an effort to reconstruct the history of city and an empire, historians collated information from these sources with accounts of foreign travelers and other literature written in Telugu, Kannada, Tamil and Sanskrit. Now we will discuss about the rulers of Vijayanagara Empire. There were four dynasties of Vijayanagara. Within the polity, claimants to power included members of ruling lineages as well as military commanders. The first dynasty, known as Sangam dynasty, exercised control till 1485. They were supplanted by Saluvas, military commanders, who remained in power till 1503, when they were replaced by the Taluvas. Krishndev Rai belonged to this dynasty. By 1542, control at the center had shifted to another ruling lineage, that of Aravidu, which remained in power till the end of 17th century. Now we will discuss about the architecture of Vijayanagara. The royal center was located in the southwestern part of the settlement. Although designated as a royal center, it included over 60 temples. About 30 building complexes have been identified as palaces. These are relatively large structures that do not seem to have been associated with ritual functions. Some of the most distinctive structures in the area have been assigned names based on the form of the buildings as well as their functions. First, we'll discuss about Mahanami Dibba. Located on one of the highest points in the city, the Mahanami Dibba is a massive platform rising from a base of about 11,000 square feet to a height of 40 feet. There is evidence that it supported a wooden structure. The base of the platform is covered with relief carvings. Rituals associated with the structure probably coincided with Mahanavami of the 10-day Hindu festival during the autumn months of September and October, known variously as Dashera or Durga Puja. One of the most spectacular temple, known as Hazara Ram temple. This was probably meant to be used only by the king and his family. The images in the central shrine are missing. However, sculpted panels on the walls survive. These include the scenes from Ramayana sculpted on the inner walls of the shrine. While many of the structures at Vijayanagara were destroyed when the city was sacked, traditions of building palatial structures were continued by the Nayaks. One of the most beautiful buildings in Royal Centre is Lotus Mahal, so named by the British travellers in 19th century. While the name is certainly romantic, Historians are not quite sure what the building was used for. One suggestion found in the map drawn by Mackenzie is that it may have been a council chamber, a place where the king met his advisors. Now we will discuss about the Virupaksha temple that was built over centuries, while inscriptions suggest that the earliest shrine dated to 9th, 10th centuries. It was substantially enlarged with the establishment of Vijayanagara Empire. The hall in front of the main shrine was built by Krishnadeva Rai to mark his accession. This was decorated with delicately carved pillars. He is also credited with the construction of the eastern Gopurams. Now, in terms of temple architecture, certain new features were in evidence. These included structures of immense scale that must have been a mark of imperial authority, best exemplified by the Raya Gopurams or royal gateways that often dwarf the tower on the central shrines and signal the presence of the temple from the great distance. They were probably meant as reminders of the power of the kings, able to command the resources, techniques and skills needed to construct these towering gateways. Thank you.